Good evening and welcome to the very first episode of Life Path Live. Every Tuesday, looking to broadcast out some life skills, survival skills, to help people through this difficult time of isolation and live in a different way. We are going through such an extraordinary time. People are needing to adapt to changes in life like never before, probably in their living history. New ways of working, new ways of trying to cope with the situation. With the pandemic and the challenges that it's bringing, both to our general way of living and in particular for people working and those that are concerned about their future, it really requires each of us to be our best during this time. Finding the hero inside of ourselves, finding that extra ability, go the extra mile, do whatever's needed for us to cope during this situation. For many years, 25, 26 years, I've been teaching people how to be at their best. I've been using the goal mapping system I have in businesses, in schools, in life generally, using the different coaching tools and techniques to help people achieve their very best in any given situation. And so it's my absolute desire, and I feel it's my duty, to do what I can with what I have to help as many people as possible during this really difficult time, to help myself, my loved ones, family, friends. If you're a total stranger tuning in and you've not seen my work before, goal mapping, more than 4 million people over the last 25 years have been helped in achieving their goals and being their best. And this is a technique that can help anyone of any age, any walk of life, in really any achievement. And tonight, what we're looking to focus on is using the goal mapping system and the coaching material I've developed to help people not just survive, but even maybe thrive during this period of isolation that they find themselves in and needing to adapt to live and work in a different way. On the call this evening, I've invited Karl Hart. I'm just going to change the gallery view, bring Karl in, who today has chosen to go into self-isolation and has agreed tonight to come on this live and volunteer to be coached as a demonstration to other people in how to create a goal map to get through this period. If you would like to follow along this evening, or if you're watching this recording afterwards, please do create your own goal map for this. The work that I'll be doing with Karl is a demonstration. If you will create your own map, we're going to goalmapping.com, and you can either create your map online or you can create your map on paper. If you're registered, your information is kept very confidential. You won't be bombarded with marketing material or anything like that. You'll receive some printable paper templates in the form of PDF, or you'll have access to the free online software to create your map, which we'll be showing an example of soon. But first, we welcome Karl into the call. Karl, just for those people that don't know you, just say who you are, and you've already had some experience with goal mapping.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, my name's Karl, as Brian said. Brian and I have been friends for about 30 years now, a little over that actually. And he first introduced me to goal mapping many years ago. I can't even put a number on it, I don't think. And I've used it fairly consistently over that period of time. As Brian said, today I've chosen to self-isolate, not because I have the coronavirus and hopefully won't get it, but because I have an underlying health condition, and I've chosen to stay at home and keep away from various people that you know, or anybody really that could be carrying the virus. So it's a personal choice, but it's a difficult choice, putting yourself into isolation, and anything I can do to ensure that I thrive over the next few weeks whilst I'm here will be a good thing. And I know that goal mapping is a brilliant system for that. So I am looking forward to bearing all and doing a map with Brian this evening.
Thank you, Karl. And we'll be going to create that map very soon. Firstly, good to remind ourselves of why goal mapping works and to inform those people that may have never seen it before. Just going to share my screen quickly so that I can bring here a presentation so that it just makes the point clear. Here then is a goal map. The goal map's always created using words and pictures, so it helps that activate both sides of the brain. The words of the goal map, so we can be clear and precise. They're more for the logical mind. The imagery of the goal map is more for your creative mind and also serves to activate and command your subconscious mind. We're going to go through 7 steps in creating the map. So the first step will be to have a dream and then to write down those key aspects of the dream in the form of goals. We have a main goal in the center and then more goals either side. And then at the top of the map, we have the reasons why we want to achieve the goal. And then we have when and how, the actions we need to take, and who. 7 simple steps to help form the goal map. Why does it work? Well, by creating your goals, setting your intention, whether that's an intention about your well-being or your wealth, your work, any aspect of your life at all, by setting that intention in words and pictures, it helps to stimulate more of your brain. By using more of your brain, gives you a much stronger ability to achieve the goal. We each have billions of brain cells. Each of our brain cells or neurons grows these branches called dendrite, and this little tail in blue you see here, which is called an axon. All of the brain cells and arms are separated by a small gap. It's known as the synaptic gap. Here's the important thing to understand. When we choose to think a positive thought, and it's so important this time that we learn the simple science of positive thinking and that we can apply that to ourselves and our life, because when our thought is positive, the positive impulse stimulates a neuroreceptor and it releases a chemical into our brain called serotonin. Serotonin is the feel-good chemical. It's the same chemical that's released when we take an antidepressant, and it's also the chemical that helps join the brain cells together. It's a neuroconductor. So if you're thinking a positive thought about life, you release serotonin, you have a positive feeling, but also it makes this connection where you come up with some new ideas, some new insight into life, and answer a solution to your problem. And in this current climate, we are all going to need to find new ways of doing things, new ways to continue to work, new patterns for living, because our normal living situations have changed. If the positive thought you choose to think is about yourself, so if you're holding a picture of hope for the future, if you're thinking about the best of you, the serotonin not only forms the brain cell connections, but it also lifts your self-esteem, that you feel better about yourself, you have more confidence, and in addition, you boost your immune system. And this is such an important thing to understand during this period. The more we can think positively and hold on to the hope of a better future, the more we actually help ourselves to get there, both in terms of finding answers to the daily problems in all of the changes we're experiencing, plus finding the level of confidence, motivation, and the boost in our immune system that helps us reach that positive future. Setting goals then helps to join the brain cells together. Every time we think about our goal, every time we imagine achieving our goal, every time we tell ourselves, yes, I'm going to do it, I'm going to pull through this situation, I am going to survive it, and not just that, but I will thrive. Every time we engage in that type of positive self-talk and visualization, we strengthen the brain cell connection, we build our belief, and in the process, it helps us to find those answers to the challenges we face, so that we're able to work with both our creative mind holding a good vision of the future that we will get through this situation, as well as with our left logical brain that we come up with the practical things we need to do in order to make it possible for ourselves. By using the words and pictures of a goal map, it really helps to activate both sides of the brain. My big goal is to reach 7 million people around the world. And if I can help people at this time, then I will feel that I have really served my purpose. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Karl, what I would like is if you can share your screen, please, and go to the goal mapping website. Once again, let me tell everyone while you're doing that, Karl, goalmapping.com. Go to goalmapping.com and you click on register and you sign up for the program. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you anything at all. You'll receive an email with the PDF so you can print out the templates and instructions if you want to do your map on paper, or you can use the online program and create your map in a digital form. Now, Karl, you've created some goal maps before. Could you just, for one moment, go to the life path page, please, of my life path?
Oh, yeah.
So when you register, everyone, this is the page you will come to. Each of the dots on the island here is a piece of video from a goal mapping workshop, and you can click on any of the dots and you can watch video. Would you click on power of positive thinking, perhaps, Karl? So you can click on any of the dots and it brings a piece of video that if you want to deepen your understanding of goal mapping and how the system works and the brain cell connections and power of positive thinking. Some of you have heard my story before, probably there is several hours of video here that you can watch. The main thing is creating your map, and I will make this point several times. It's really not knowing this information that makes it work, and it works so well that it's reached nearly 5 million people around the world. It is creating your map that makes it work. So I really urge you, regardless of whether you are watching the information and wanting to learn it in more depth, or you already know goal mapping, please create your map for being your best during this time and those that you care about, of course. So Karl, would you now go to the My Goal Maps tab? Let's click on the, start it with the Create New Map. Okay. 7 simple steps in goal mapping. The first step is dream. This is about using your right brain imagination and to look forwards into the future and to imagine the outcome you would like. And of course, this map is all around being your best throughout the period and triumph at the end with the coronavirus. What title would you like to give the map, Karl?
I think I'm going to go Thriving During
Okay, I'm just looking at the Facebook page there. If you do have questions, please do write them in the chat field. I'll check through every so often and do my best to answer as many as I can. So if you're following along and you wish to create your own account, remember goalmapping.com and just sign up for the free software. Then go to My Goal Maps, click on Create New Map. So the first step is to visualize the outcome we desire. We're going to go through our relaxation process and then a short guided visualization. And then I'll be asking Karl to write in some goals. And if you're following along, please do, at this point, find either a pen and paper ready to write your goals down and use the online system. We just sit back for a moment, take a nice, big, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out slowly through your mouth, and as you breathe out through your mouth, saying, relax, 3 times to yourself in your own language. And once more now, deep breath in through your nose. And this time, as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying the words, I am, 3 times to yourself in your own language. Once more now, deep breath in through your nose. And this time, as you breathe out slowly through your mouth, saying the words within 3 times to yourself in your own language. Relax, I am within. I'd like you to imagine a stream of relaxation flowing in through the top of your head, like white light. Relaxing your scalp, relaxing your forehead, your cheeks, your tongue, your jaw. Give yourself permission. Become more and more gently relaxed now. As the relaxation moves deeper, relaxing your neck, shoulders, arms and hands. Relaxing your chest and your stomach, to your hips, thighs, calves, ankles, feet and toes. Gentle wave of relaxation flowing through your body. I'd like you to imagine now you have the power to create your life exactly as you would choose it to be. Take a walk through an ideal day 3 months into the future. Seeing yourself having been at your best during this difficult time. Seeing all of the things that you've done, all of the actions you've taken in order to help yourself move through the next 3 months in the best way possible, achieving your best results and living your best life. Starting from when you first awake in the morning, 3 months from now, noticing how you feel when you awaken on the day. Feeling of peace, calm, satisfaction, that you have moved through the last 3 months, facing the difficult task of isolation, home working, maybe homeschooling, helping others. Notice the different things you have done to help you be at your best during the last 3 months. And as you walk through that ideal day, notice the detail that's important for you. Are you still working from home? Or have you returned to a workplace? What new skills have you developed during the last 3 months and time of isolation? What new abilities have you gained? What new knowledge have you studied? Maybe you've developed aspects of yourself, changed behaviors, learnt new routines and patterns, studied things of interest, created something new maybe. Perhaps you've engaged in new ways of working online. Notice all the creative ways that have helped you to flourish during the last 3 months of isolation, working from home, and limited travel. Connect with all of the great feelings, all of the winning attitudes, all of the empowering beliefs that have helped you make that journey. Look back from that future time to this time. Notice the actions you've taken and the people that have helped you. Capture that picture of you being your best 3 months from now, having moved through this period of isolation and changed working and living routines. And then when you're ready, come back to the present moment and bring with you any good ideas, insights, and intentions that serve you. Know that it's all possible. And when you're ready, I'd like you to write 5 things that most stand out to you when you imagine having your best day 3 months from now. And Karl, if you'd like to write those things in the field and click Add Dream after each thing, and for anybody at home that wants to follow through, please do the same, or write them onto paper. I'll be quiet while you write. And once you've got 5 things, we'll take another step. Well done, Karl. And I've just been looking through some of the comments there on the chat. Good evening, Dana, and also Edmund. Lovely to see you tuning in, Edmund. Karl, let's look at your goals. At the top of the list then, I'm healthy and well, positive in my outlook, have used the internet for good, I've maintained a healthy diet and lifestyle, have a strong connection to my family and friends. It's very important when we're writing goals that we write those goals in personal, positive, and present tense. Because when we write the goal that way, it forms an affirmation. An affirmation is a positive thing you will say to yourself or about life. Now, what makes it even more powerful, and Karl knows the principles well because he's been working with goal mapping for some time, is when we use capital letters for the start of each word, because it gives it more power. So if we can open up the first statement, please, Karl, by clicking the edit button. And would you read the goal out loud? And for anyone at home, if you read the goal out loud to yourself, just notice in your own voice, does it feel strong to you? And if it doesn't, maybe just play with the words a little. Karl, will you read out this statement?
I am healthy and well.
On a 1 to 10, how strong does it feel?
It's just past a 5, I think, possibly a 6.
Yeah.
It needs some. It's not enough, really.
It's a good statement. It's not so emotive, though, is it? So, is there a word you would like to add that would give it a stronger feeling?
Well, I think this is really related more to my physical being. So maybe that should go in there somewhere. I am physically healthy and well.
Okay, let's try it.
And capitals.
Would you read it out one more time?
I am physically healthy and well.
1 to 10, how strong does it feel?
We're 8, nearly 9, much stronger.
Okay. Feels like there's maybe something still to add to me when I hear you read it. Read it one more time, please. Let me listen.
I am physically healthy and well.
Maybe there's go on. What was you saying?
It's that last bit, isn't it? And well, it's not descriptive. It's general.
Well, you could be adding a line like in heart, mind, and body, or in whole being. So it's all of you. As you know, the power with a goal mapping statement comes from finding the Goldilocks zone where we don't have too many words but not too few. We have to be careful this doesn't turn into a long article. We want short, concise statements. Is there something you'd like to add?
I quite like that first statement you came out with. I'm healthy in heart, mind, and body.
Yeah. And I know that's important for you particularly.
It is. I have a lot of connection to
now,
that.
If you're putting heart, mind, and body, does it need the physically?
No, because that covers all of that, doesn't it?
Okay. So is there another word instead of the physically that just gives a bit more strength to the healthy? Is it about being super healthy or vibrantly healthy or?
Completely.
Okay, good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because it rounds it off.
And would you like to read it out one time again, please?
I am completely healthy in heart, mind, and body.
And a 1 to 10, how strong does that feel for you now?
That's as close to a 10 as we can get, I think, right now.
All right, good. Let's update it. And of course, you know that you can come back and edit this at any future time when a new insight comes to you. Let's go to the next one. I'm positive in my outlook. Tell me what that means for you.
Well, I think that, volunteering myself to go into this period of isolation is one thing, but as you know, I do occasionally struggle with the feeling of being isolated. So it's kind of a big thing. What I want to take from this period of time is to strengthen my positivity. And so when I come out of this in 3 months' time, I want to be very, very good at being positive. And so rather than coming out and thinking, oh, I've just spent 3 months in isolation, it's what's next, and feeling super positive about that.
So it's about mental mastery.
Yeah.
In your positive outlook. I'm a mental master of positive focus.
I quite like that.
Yeah, a bit of ninja in there, perhaps. Would you like to read it one time when you're ready?
As it is now, or
no, if you feel inspired to add some more, do that.
Well, you just said that now, and I'm hooked on it, Brian.
Off you go. Don't want to hold you back.
A mental master of positivity, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what I said. It just sort of popped out in the moment.
And it was really good.
Okay. And read that one time when you're ready.
I am a mental master of positivity in my outlook.
How does it feel?
Strong.
Strong. Okay. If you were to,
Wordy.
well, I was going to say, if you were to say, I'm a mental master of positivity, and give that a 1 to 10, and then try saying I'm a mental master of positivity in my outlook, and tell me which one feels stronger for you. If you read both statements.
Yeah, I'm a mental master of positivity.
Okay, 1 to 10.
Yeah, 9.
Okay, and now the full statement.
I am a mental master of positivity in my outlook.
1 to 10.
It's an 8 and a bit because it's too wordy.
Yeah. Feels like the end's almost unnecessary, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's not
because if you're a mental master of positivity, it includes outlook and a lot of other things.
Yeah.
It includes outlook and inlook.
Yeah. It's yeah, it kind of nails it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, let's update that. And the next then, using the internet for good.
Yeah.
Tell me what this means for you. I can have a guess, but I'd like to hear it from yourself.
I think, like many people, especially in this current situation, it's going to be very, very easy to go to WebMD every time I have a oh, what's that? That's a twinge or a creak or a cough.
Okay.
I'm going to start looking for the negative stuff and freaking myself out. However, this period is a time of intense concentration of being able to look for good stuff on the internet, and it's a source of great educational material, and I want to use it for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there if we're selective in what we focus on. So would you read this out one time, and let's give me a 1 to 10 on how strong it feels for you?
I have used the internet for good. Sounds like a nice idea, but it doesn't sound like something that's going to really drive me. There's not a lot of passion in it.
I think one suggestion I'd make right up front is to say I use rather than have used.
Okay.
So that it's real time. Because when you're looking at this in the coming days, which we will talk about how you use your goal map, I think it's going to be important to be telling yourself you're doing it. So I use rather than have used. Could be as simple as putting in something like my good. I've used the internet for my good.
Okay.
But it feels like there's something on the end. Read it one time and give me a 1 to 10.
I use the internet for good. Do you want to say it with the my in there as well?
Well, I can try it.
I use the internet for my good. It's
highest good.
It's the good. It seems. I use the internet for.
It's about tuning into the nourishing information that's on the internet. Is the essence.
Yeah, and I want to grow during this period of time. I want to take advantage of no distractions.
So how about I use the internet to nourish my good, or for my highest good?
My highest good.
Okay.
I like that.
It could be to feed your highest good. I don't want to put the words in your mouth, of course, because the most powerful words will always be your own. So for me, it's always a balance between what you have and any suggestions that may come. Can we put a capital I on internet?
Yeah, sorry. I keep coming to growth, keeps coming into my head. It did when you were doing the visualization with me. I keep seeing growth, personal growth.
Then it could be I use the internet for my greatest growth rather than highest good. Or just growth if you wish that.
Use the internet to. Use the internet to. I use the internet for my highest growth. Highest doesn't work now.
No, greatest. I
use the internet for my greatest growth. but it's kind of gone off the track of what I didn't want it. Greatest. Use the internet to grow. The internet to grow. I use the internet to grow. I quite like that. What do you think?
I think there's probably something stronger for you. And I think for now, it's good to update it rather than getting stuck on it.
Yeah.
One of the things I've come to love about creating a goal map online is we have this ability to come back, update it, change it, evolve the statement, and new ideas come as you work with the map. It may even be by the time we get to the end of the 7 steps that you have a new insight that you want to add. Let's go to the next statement. Again, let's turn it into capitals and then read it out one time and give me a 1 to 10 on how strong it feels.
All right, bear with. All right.
Okay.
I have maintained a healthy diet and lifestyle.
Yeah, again, I would suggest it's probably stronger if you say, I maintain, rather than have maintained.
Okay.
Because the challenge I'm going to give you is to read this every day over the coming days. And so telling yourself that you are doing it, especially if you're doing that first thing in the morning, helps you follow through with the rest of the day. Particularly important when the statement is connected to diet, so that it influences your choices. How does it feel, 1 to 10, if you read out the statement now?
I maintain a healthy diet and lifestyle.
1 to 10?
It's kind of up there. It's like
yeah,
8 or 9. I think it works.
Okay, good. Let's update that. And now the last one.
I do have more than one friend, so I'll just change that. I have a strong connection to my family and friends.
Okay. 1 to 10, how does it feel?
It was okay, but it's an 8, 7 or 8, but it's not topping the 9.
No. I would say the have is a little bit weak. It's more around keeping, maintaining, some words that invoke that you don't just have it, but you're doing something to keep that connection.
How about I am strongly connected to my family and friends?
Yeah, I like that more, I think.
I am strongly connected to my family and friends.
1 to 10, how does it feel?
Yeah, we're up there, high 9s.
Okay, let's update that. Now, it takes a little while with these first steps, just getting the statements right, but it's very important. This first step is perhaps the longest one of all of the goal mapping steps. But of course, we want the foundations to be right so we can grow the map from that place. The steps following are much quicker. So let's go to step 2, order. Now, one simple process in this step, which is to identify the main goal. And the main goal is that one thing that once achieved most helps you to achieve some of the others. You may want them all, but there will be one that logically, strategically is most important. Which one of these 5 do you think that is for you, Karl?
And it's the connection to my family and friends that's going to keep me on an even keel.
Okay, so if you can maintain that, you think the rest will be helped. So click that, move it into the center. Well done. And now with the goals at the side, do you want to move any from left to right or up and down?
I want to change this one for this one. Because
There's
then
not a strategic reason for this. It's simply that the more pleasing the map looks to you when you look at it, the more impact it's having on both your conscious and subconscious mind.
I like that.
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
When you're ready, then we're going to go to step 3, visualize. And if you will click the image icon down at the bottom of the map, bottom of the statement rather. Now, for anyone that's new to the system, there are 3 ways of putting images into your map, and it's vitally important that you choose images that have a meaning for you. You can see there are a number of folders. We have lifestyle, education, happiness, well-being, etc. These folders are pre-stocked with images. You can also click on the button that says choose file, and you can upload an image from your computer, or you can use the search field, which connects to a website called Pixabay, and it's a public image website where you can write in a keyword and get images that bring your goal statement alive. Karl, what image would you like to use for your statement? I'm strongly connected to my family and friends. Do you have something already?
Is it okay if I use an image that I've previously used, that I have a connection with?
Absolutely.
So this one here is
sometimes the images you've previously used are more powerful because you already have a brain cell association to them. That's why family photos create such great power when you include them in your goal map.
Okay.
Is it the one with the fingers? You just click, as you know, and it will go directly into your map. Which one's you? Is it the one in the middle?
Yeah, it's all gone. I'm the with no hair.
And now let's choose another and add a picture to that.
Okay, let's try this one. Purpose. Quite like that one.
Good. And the next.
I'm gonna have a look on Pixabay. Quite like that.
Well done.
It's going to be an interesting one. We'll try Pixabay again. Okay. Oh, yeah. Simple, but.
Yeah, says what it is. And the last.
Lifestyle.
You might just need to clear the Pixabay so it scrolls up easily. You go to the top.
Okay, I'm stuck now. So there we go. Clear. There we go.
Good.
So, healthy diet and lifestyle. So I've kind of got the exercise over on the completely healthy mind and body, and then I think the diet and lifestyle goes well over there then.
Yeah, nice balance. Okay, if you're happy with that, let's go to the next step.
Okay.
Now, to write in 3 strong emotional reasons for achieving these goals of moving through your period of isolation and surviving the coronavirus. Hello, Rin. Nice to see you. Been a long time. Hope things are as good as they can be in Estonia. Hello, Vicky. Good to see you join. And Anna from Italy. My thoughts are with you, my friend. Now, would you read out the reasons one by one for me, please, Karl?
Yep. I remain mentally stimulated to ensure I am strong mentally and physically, to enjoy my new learning experiences.
Okay. And with each of them, how do they feel in terms of strength, 1 to 10?
I think the first one I'm struggling with a little bit because it kind of is covered in the second one.
Okay.
But
for me, they're a little bit logical. And this is a point where the reasons need to be very emotional. I take it your daughter would be pleased if you kept living and survived the virus and everything.
Yeah, probably.
So would part of the reason be for doing this to be doing it for her, or
Well, for all of them, really.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think you want to change the first one to express that? I thrive for my friends and family, for instance, words along that line.
Go back. Oh, edit. No, there we go. I thrive. Is this an I am place?
It can be. Using an I am statement is good.
I'm thinking I am thriving. I want to put in there the love of my family and friends, because I think you're right. And I think they're inspirational, but I don't know if that then goes into the who's.
Well, I choose to live or I choose to thrive. So you can have a choose in there rather than an I am. Or I thrive for myself, family and friends, because I take it you're also doing it for you.
Yeah. And I know it's not grammatically correct, it should be my family and I, but I choose to live for me and my family.
Okay, I like that. It's got more of a flow to it. How does it feel, 1 to 10?
Yeah, much more connected to that.
Let's update that. Are you happy with your other statements?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
It's covered the map nicely.
Let's add some quick, simple pictures and then more meaningful pictures when you have the time.
Okay. Oh. Okay, bear with me.
If you scroll to the top, is it you want to collapse the Pixabay or?
Yeah, So I'm having a bit of a struggle here with this one. I'm going to go.
Okay.
Habitually, I spend a lot of time on the pictures. It's a
habit pattern.
Yeah, it is a habit pattern. Correct.
Well, you have some time on your hands.
I will. Yeah, we should maybe review this map later.
We will. Okay, well done. On to the next step. So now we're going to choose a date, and it's already showing 3 months from today. And of course, you can click on the date, and the calendar will open if you want to choose a different date. The 17th of June, are you happy with that? 3 months from now, we sort of guided the visualization around that.
Yeah, 3 months would be good. I think after that it might be a little bit more different, but yeah, 3 months is good.
And of course, St. Patrick's Day today was my dad's birthday when he was still alive. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Edmund. I saw you was on the call just now. And I think 3 months is a good period of time to be looking ahead. Most people know that that's the sort of period they're looking at in terms of what the experts are saying at the moment. Of course, it could be longer, but again, the map can always be changed. We can amend the date to give more time. Let's go to step 6 when you're ready. So now we want to identify what are 3 of the most important things you will need to do over the next 3 months in order to help you take steps along a path towards the achievement of those goals of thriving through the isolation and surviving the coronavirus.
Okay.
Now, I think this was expressed earlier in one of the other goals, wasn't it?
In my, yeah.
Or was it in one of the reasons? But we certainly had this down earlier about maintaining the contact. It's obviously an important thing for you. I think it's the main goal, actually.
It is.
So in this part of the map, which is about how and actions, there's the opportunity to be more granular, a little more specific, perhaps. In which ways are you going to maintain a regular contact with your loved ones? How's it going to happen?
Well, pretty much for most of the time, it's not going to be a regular physical contact. I'm not going to spend time with them. So it's going to be online, by phone, text. I'm hoping to use Zoom a lot so I can chat when that's possible. So, but it is quite hard to think that I won't actually physically be in the same place as them for a while.
Yeah.
Even though they're there, it's kind of weird.
Is the plan that you will contact once a day?
Yeah, Tasha and I have a plan to speak at least once a day on the phone.
Okay.
And obviously text more frequently, but maintaining voice contact rather than just doing it by text, which can be quite clinical.
How about if you were saying something like, rather than I'm maintaining regular contact, because we got that up in the goal, I text, phone and Zoom with loved ones once a day.
Okay.
Because I think loved ones also extends out to friends, doesn't it?
Of course, it's
feeling like you're keeping the connection.
Yeah. People that are closest to me.
If you read that out, does it feel right for you?
Just take the am out. I text, call, and Zoom each day with my loved ones. I like that.
Okay, good. Let's add that. What else? What else can you do? A repeating activity, a regular thing that's going to help you either change habits, develop new ways of being, practical physical things that help you move along towards the achievement of those goals?
I feel strongly about motion creating emotion.
Okay.
So I want to be exercising every day.
Good.
Is this an appropriate have? I have. And
in which ways are you going to do the exercise? The workout video you're going to watch?
I haven't quite got my spangly leotard out of the wardrobe yet.
Jumping around the living room.
Yeah. In my head, what I've got planned is to go out early in the morning and walk around the neighbourhood.
Okay.
To get that outside fresh air bit, but obviously minimise my risk of coming into contact with anybody. And I want to do that at least once a day. I think it will also help with cabin fever. Yeah,
I think it'd be very good to get out. And of course, there's absolutely no danger in going out if you're able to avoid contact where you may pick up the virus or people. So an early morning walk, is that the plan?
Yeah.
I would be saying, rather than I take an early morning walk each day. When you're ready, just read it out one time.
I take an early morning walk every day.
Okay, good. Let's add that one in.
I think the every day is important.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, you know, I want to remain mentally stimulated. I want to find a way of stopping myself falling into the trap of going, well, I'll just watch Homes Under the Hammer, and then I'll watch the whatever, and then the whole day is gone in front of daytime TV.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of important to me. So I want to remain mentally stimulated. And so I want to use the time effectively by reading and learning.
Okay.
And so,
is it also about planning your day, that you're going to have an hour on this thing and an hour on that thing? And
yeah, exactly. So I am writing an effective day plan, or
I like that. Go on. I follow an effective day plan.
I follow an effective daily to-do list. I follow an effective daily to-do list. Do you think a plan is better than to-do list?
Yes, I do.
Effective.
I think the plan is going to contain a to-do list, and you're going to tick it off each day, I think, is what's going to happen. But it is a plan rather than just a to-do list.
Okay.
Because it's not just like a shopping list, it's a plan of actions. We haven't had anything here about how you're going to deal with groceries, deliveries, those types of things. Of course, they're also practical actions. You may find some of those coming into the map as you move along.
I like this. I follow an effective daily plan.
Yes.
You're right about the supplies thing.
Well,
I need another action.
Because you have the upgrade account, you can put in more than 3 actions. For people working at the free level, they're only able to put in 3 actions. You could change the I text, call and Zoom every day with my loved ones, because you do have as your main goal, maintaining that connection.
Yeah.
But maybe it's about adding in another step for you, rather than trying to squeeze it together. What feels right for you?
Well, you're right. This one is almost redundant because it's in the dream.
Yeah, and it's in the main goal.
Yeah, it's the main goal. So I think
something here about food supply.
Yeah. which could, I mean, is going to be maintained by my family. I mean, my kids are actually going to be dropping the food off. So
you've got to text, call, and Zoom for your food every day.
I'm going to text, call, and Zoom my shopping list each day to my loved ones. So maybe it would be considered a level of support. So, and I have got friends phoning me and saying, do I need anything? Do I want anything brought round? So
my friends and family support me with food delivery.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
My friends and family are supporting me with my supplies because you never know, we may be able to get toilet roll again at some point.
Luxury. Okay, let's add some imagery.
I know what I should look for.
Okay. Like the bicycle picture. Good.
Pixabay's brilliant.
Good.
Okay.
Yep. Now the last step. So these are going to enter in from the top down, and your top action was
Maintaining a positive attitude.
food delivery.
On the last one, sorry, yeah, on the
Yeah. So with that food delivery one, because we want the who opposite the how, and is the who mainly you, or is it mainly other people? On this one, it feels like it's probably other people.
It's other people, yeah. I mean, I'm very limited on what I can do to support myself on that.
Who are the main people going to help you with that regular food delivery?
My son and daughter.
Okay, let's put them in. You want to put their names in?
Sam isn't entirely aware of this yet, but he will do.
Okay. And the next action down, I think, was about the exercise? Or was that the bottom one? Do you remember?
It was shopping.
Do you want to flick back and have a look? Click on the how button there.
So yes, it was shopping, exercise, and planning.
Okay. So who's going to help with the exercise? I take it it's you.
It's all me, yeah.
So if it's you, which way of you? Which way of being?
Committed and
committed. Okay.
Following through.
All right. I am committed.
Yeah.
Let's add that in. Now the bottom one with following the daily plan? Is it someone else that's going to help you with that, or again, is it you?
It's going to be me.
And again, which way of you?
It's me being focused on my outcomes.
Okay, let's write that. So you're keeping the picture of promise in your mind.
Should it be my positive outcome?
Yeah, absolutely. Makes such a difference when we're focusing on things turning out well,
Yeah.
as opposed to things turning out badly. Okay, let's add that. And again, let's just add 3 quick, simple pictures. I dare say you've got some nice ones of Natasha and Sam, but any...
But we'll just use a stock one for now.
Yeah. Do you have a picture of them in stocks then? With
in my
rotten
mind.
fruit being thrown.
They're obviously significantly bigger than that now, but...
Yes, grown a little.
Oh, I don't know if it's relevant then. It's a kind of relationship, aren't they? I'm not sure it's going into isolation and then thinking about relationships is probably not a good thing. Purpose.
Okay. When you're ready, let's go to the end and see the map all together. If you just want to scroll through slowly from top to bottom, have a look, see how you feel about it. How's it feeling? 1 to 10?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so let me just remind everybody that may be watching. I know we have a lot of people that already know goal mapping on the call, but of course, many people will watch the recording afterwards. Creating your own goal map, following those simple steps we've just been through. Whether you want to create your map on paper, or whether you want to create your map online, as Karl has just done, the power comes from creating your own map, not watching somebody else do it or listen to me talk about it. It's you creating your map that creates those brain cell connections. Karl, if you scroll to the top of the screen, please. And I want you to print this map out. So if you'll click on the generate image, okay, so that's going to create a file which you can download to your computer. You can have it as a screensaver, and of course you can print it. And I'd like you to print it out, maybe actually more than 1 copy. So you can put a couple of copies up around the house. And the challenge now going forward, and for everybody else viewing as well, this is your challenge. Look at the map once each day, and as you look at the pictures, say the words. And to do that for the next 7 days, until we connect again with another Life Path Live next Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time, London time that is, where we'll be taking another step. And for anyone that would like to create their own map, if you will create your map and then generate the image as Karl has done, and perhaps paste it in the Facebook group, because it becomes a great encouragement to other people to look at someone's map. It will inspire others, not just helping you, but helping others to feel inspired enough to go away and create their map. And in creating the map, you're forming those brain cell connections, you're commanding your subconscious, which is enormously powerful to help you be at your best. And I'm going to monitor the Facebook page over the next week. And if you will post your map there, I will choose a person or two so that next week they can have a free coaching session. And I'll be helping some people deepen their maps, get their statements even more powerful, so the map is really supporting them during this period. I've known so many people who for many years, myself included, have used goal mapping to support them through a cleanse or a detox, or for an exercise regime that they want to engage in, changing habit patterns. It works so well to use the system for these things. Remember, once you have the map, print it out, look at the pictures and say the words once each day, ideally first thing in the morning, because it's going to set you up then to have a better day. Post it into the goal mapping Facebook page, and I'll choose a person or two to receive some free coaching in next week's show, which will be a slightly different format. And then the week after, we'll be taking a deep dive into some of the content. And then on week 4, going to have an interview and share some inspiring stories around what people have achieved with their goal maps. Karl, I want to thank you so much for being the volunteer this evening.
Thank you, Brian.
Anything you would like to add or share with everyone for tonight before we wrap things up?
I think the exciting thing is, as like you said at the very beginning of this, I've been doing this for quite some time. Every time I go and do another goal map, I learn something new. And obviously the great benefit is having you to guide me, Brian, with that, obviously. But I always come out at the other end of it feeling inspired and motivated and really, really glad that I did it and I went through the process. So, yeah, day 1 of my self-imposed isolation is drawing to a close on a high. So thank you for that.
Thank you. And I've just been scrolling through the comments and the people that have joined. There's a lot of goal mapping practitioners that have joined the call tonight. And what I would say to all of you is, why not go do your own Facebook Live and guide someone from your community through doing a goal map to help them during these difficult times. We've got people logging in tonight from other countries like Estonia and Italy and Sweden. And of course, everywhere in the world now is having their challenges. You're all qualified with goal mapping. Do your own Facebook Live and share with somebody else, share with your community how to create a goal map or a life map to help support them and come out the other side of this situation we find ourselves in the stronger. So once again, bless you all. See you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time. And for those of you that share your maps, I'll be looking to work with you and arrange some free coaching to help really empower your map and for you to be at your best. Lots of love, blessings to you all. Thank you again, Karl. Good night, everyone.
Night, Brian.